that. So, hello. Here to do some more drafting with Kaz here.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
away taken.
And, yeah.
What's the draft tonight?
The draft tonight, if I go into here, this is still in between the oldie drafts. Those don't come back until tomorrow. And the ye oldie draft that comes back tomorrow is Triple Kamigawa,
Oh man,
which will exist for exactly 1 week. So, from that day. So tonight's is just the
that
Oath.
itself is kind of exciting.
Yeah, but so that means tonight's is just Oath of the Gatewatch, as normal. I've been playing a decent amount of this, so yeah. I'm not certain how familiar with this format you are at this point.
Very little. Like I have under my belt like a couple Channel Fireball drafts, and most of them devolve into wackiness very quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
maybe this isn't the most representative example of what the format has to offer.
Oh, I have to fight that person. Let them eat lies.
Well, like, I love feeding people lies, so...
All right. Okay, so...
One thing really quick. Check this out. Look how neat this looks. How about we take a bomb rare and like it? Because, hey...
Yeah, I was going to suggest the same thing, even with, like, there's some cool cards in here, like both of the embodiments, aka the only landfall in the set.
Wow. Okay, no. I remember reading at some point, like, Mark Rosewater's post-mortem on Zendikar Rise of Eldrazi as, like, a block. And one of the great failures that he chalked up for their design of the block was how the, like, setting for the place felt the same, but the mechanics didn't. Like, the mechanical overlap was incidental.
That's kind of the same here. There's a reason that I usually I tend to call this the first set of the Oath block, because it literally does not feel like it literally does not feel like it is a part of the same set as
Oh no, they stole my ideas! There's pyromantis! God damn them. Get out of my set file, you assholes!
I love seeing cards in here and being like, wow, is that just literally pulled from the set file?
They just fucking lift Kaz's thing.
It's great.
Okay. Black-White Life Gain is kind of a deck, and Ondu War Cleric is a superhero in that deck.
Right. The other card I'm looking at of note is this guy, the Seed Guardian.
He's also kind of crazy.
Right.
Being, like, better giant spider. Hard to cast.
Right, but also pretty huge upside. I agree with you, though, that the Ondu War Cleric does very well in that set, and I kind of want to try out that direction. I've had a lot of good times with white, and Ondu War Cleric seems to go very quickly because 2-drops are at a premium. Oh, can I just splash?
Oh, God.
Can I splash for that?
Let's just take Reflector Mage.
Okay, splash. Grab Reflector Mage in this tables, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, in case my glowing about Reflector Mage immediately is not perfectly clear,
My glow.
this guy is crazy. Like, being a 3-mana 2/3 is already, like, cost.
Mm-hmm.
So his body is decent. He is a wizard, but not an ally for whatever reason. And
Look,
he's like the biggest mono war in existence.
It's so ridiculous.
You bounce a guy, and then they can't cast him for a turn.
Yeah,
They're just...
I want to say at least 3 of the Oath drafts I've done have, like, heavily featured Reflector Mage as one of the center beasts. And so Reflector Mage gets picked. Hopefully, Meandering River comes back around. If not, like maybe 2 of the white cards in here. I don't know, but look, Reflector Mage owns, and I'm willing to pick Reflector Mage very quickly. Looking at this, I see 2 cards that kind of stand out for the deck we're looking at.
Spatial Contortion is funny.
Yeah, Spatial Contortion is funny. It's nameless inversion by another name. But the 2 cards that kind of stand out for me are Shoulder to Shoulder and Slaughter Drone.
Wait, what does support actually do?
Support. Place a 1/1 counter on up to X. Target creatures.
Okay. Up to number target creatures.
Yeah. So, like, support, it makes this like a fake. Like, in practice, this card kind of plays out like, your team can now attack, draw a card. But then there's also Slaughter Drone, which is an incredibly good defensive card.
Like a bear that can, if you have crystal mana, hold off the ground.
I might go ahead and grab the bear that can hold off the ground.
Searing Light.
That card hits more than you'd think, and realistically, it hits flyers. That's its job.
That's kind of it, right? Like they're like 3 mana, 2/1 flying creature that you don't have an answer for.
Yeah.
Hell, in that sense, it's a bad Leaf Arrow, right? Like,
hey, it can do a little more than that though.
Okay,
Sometimes
okay. It can also kill their Pillar Field Ox.
I have used it to kill Wall. I have used it to kill Piker. I have used it to kill many a thing, and I think it's honestly the card here I'm most interested in because
like that over Null Color.
Yeah, Null Color.
So with Kalitas, we sacrifice them to
put 2 1/1 counters on Kalitas.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
But you could like sacrifice a creature, then exile that creature from the grave.
If I have vampires and or zombies sacrifice that aren't tokens.
That's a little awkward. We kind of have the scraps left for our colors. There's Unnatural Endurance, which is bad.
Oh, it's better than it's a 1-mana combat trick.
Yeah.
But
regenerate it.
I guess there's like Dwar Avenger too, but I kind of want like this combination.
Yeah, what if our white is the splash?
Ooh, and pick the Dwar
Avenger.
I'm
willing to pick that over like Unnatural Endurance is not that.
Right, and especially because we're going to get another Dwar Avenger.
Another Unnatural Endurance.
Yeah. So there's this card in here, Flaying Tendrils. But there's a dark secret about Flaying Tendrils in this set. And Reflector Mage shows this one off. You can count
creatures are tough.
Creatures are 2/3s. Creatures are all sorts of 2/3s.
Well, I mean, there's our own Ondu War Cleric and Slaughter who die to it, so we would at least be able to kill something.
Right.
But no, even here we see like Dwar Avenger, Loam Larva, Mauve, Kozilek.
Yeah.
Every creature in here lives through that.
Yep.
What the hell?
I like the idea of like maybe white is the splash and blue is the real color. Speaking of that, I guess this is like inspiration. Unless we actually want to pick wastes. Which
I don't know how good inspiration is.
This tends to go pretty late.
Right. It gets significantly better if we have like tons of kill spells, but
true, though at this point we have
see us doing that.
We have 0. We have
basically like if we're calling white the splash color, then we really don't have any.
Oh, well, speaking of kill spells, Containment Membrane on the table is a kill spell I'm fine with.
Yeah. Sure. What is abstruse interference?
Do you like Spell Snip or perhaps
wait, Rune Boggle?
Rune Boggle?
Oh my god, they printed Rune Boggle, except instead of a card, you get a token.
Yes.
I would sooner witness the end. But nah, containment membrane should be pretty cool. Like our 3 mana turn could be like onto War Cleric plus containment membrane your guy. I'm starting to think that blue is the correct color for us.
And Umara Entangler is like a cool. I respect this card. More so than I kind of respect the Cultivator Drone, because right now we don't have anything it ramps into. He makes colorless mana only for colorless stuff.
And yet he's a 3 mana 2/3, and we already have Slaughter Drone.
True.
Well.
Oh. Wow.
We're blue, boys.
We're blue.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna take Containment Membrane here because removal is better than Piker.
No way. I want to use Kalitas, so black is the main.
Well, also, white's shown that it's just not here. We'll find a way to play. Well, like, okay, to ask yourself which is the splash, you ask yourself which of these two is the more powerful card, and the answer is play both.
Hey, the gate is pretty good.
I've wanted to sideboard that in one time in the last like 8 drafts. So, and here's that. So also,
I guess we get the comparative analysis anyway.
We saw this in the last pack, and we saw it in this pack, and we'll continue to see it forever because it's not good. That's a hell of a last pick.
Slip through space with our 1 prowess creature, sure.
Well, not only our 1 prowess creature, Surge.
Ew.
That actually becomes 4 mana for the flyer. So, like, is realistic.
Oh, yeah, and 2 for our kill spell. Sure, man, Birthing Hulk. Wow.
Also, our rare is a red Snapcaster, Goblins.
Card that maybe shouldn't be printed in this set card. But then, rares get to play that game. What is Crumbling Vestige?
Crumbling Vestige comes into play and makes any color mana when it comes into play, and then just taps for colorless afterwards. So it's like a Tendo Ice Bridge that you have to immediately use.
Goofy wastes.
I like it a lot as far as like if I had to have a colorless card in the pack or a colorless land, that's the one I want. How many Containment Membranes is too many? Is that just
how many sacrifice outlets are there in the set?
Not a ton, but there are a couple creatures that like will still do things while they're in play.
Well, no, there are a lot of creatures who like sit back on the defensive, but their things tap. Like it's like tap me and another ally. So that still basically works.
Right. There are a couple creatures where it just doesn't function as you want it to.
Right. This is also us officially kissing white goodbye because Core Scythe Master would probably be the pick.
Yeah,
or Hell Expedition Raptor.
Well, now we have a couple cards like Mind Melter or Dread Defiler.
7 mana, 6/8.
Exile a card creature from your grave. Opponent loses life equal to its power. Alternatively, we have
Exile Phyrexian Dreadnought.
Die. Alternatively, Mind Melter is a 2/2 unblockable that has half of Dimir Guildmage's activation on your 2/2 unblockable.
Oh God.
Which I'm personally.
Hey, we picked a waste.
We
so
do.
Really, we're a 3-color deck now.
We're gonna get to 4. Also, that I'm sad that duel didn't come back around. That the blue-white tap land.
Frankly, doesn't surprise me that much. Mana fixing is kind of janky in this.
Yeah, agreed.
Tar Snare. I guess Tar Snare would be a thought too.
It is a 3-mana shock, sort of. Didn't how far it.
Yeah, I mean, we used to play Last Kiss as primo removal in like what?
At times.
Dissension, not Dissension.
There have been times where that's happened.
Guild Act.
So how do you like? Okay, so our rare is a 4-mana counterspell that is a 2-mana counterspell if we did anything else, aka a 4-mana counterspell. We have Gift of Tusks, making a creature a 3/3, or a Slaughter Drone, which I kind of like the most. Again,
better than Spatial Contortion. Now that we're
my finding is that the spells that are colorless are incredibly unrealistic to play.
Whereas the things that just sort of have extras.
Yeah, well, worst case, grizzly bear.
Which black gets and red doesn't. And that's how you know.
Yeah, but at least red in this set gets like the piker with 1,000 lines of text, which is nice. They get like piker with first strike and tap to ping if you tap another ally.
Good God.
Yeah, it's a good piker. It's one of red's like primo creatures.
Yeah, that's one hell of a youthful night.
Well, as far as I don't think we actually. If we're in blue-white, I think we have almost no allies for this card to trigger off of. Again, more like colorless spells that are difficult to cast. We can pick up like Sweep Away.
What are the abilities on Warping Whale again?
Warping Whale exiles a creature with power or toughness 1 or less, counters a sorcery, or makes a token.
Power or toughness 1 or less.
It's usually that first mode. I have found Sweep Away to be good because it's just return target attack. It's Aether Toe, you know? Return target attacking creature to its top of its own library.
Or in a pinch, bounce your own guy, I guess.
Well, I have had to use it to just get a blocker the hell out of the way. That's definitely a thing that I have done.
All containment membranes all the way down.
Okay,
Although, how does Crumbling Vestige look here, frankly?
Frankly, I do want to be able to cast Reflector Mage.
I only need white once.
I only need white exactly one time, and that's to cast Reflector Mage. I will find more. Here's the thing. This will probably table right. Nobody's in blue.
Yeah. I kind of like Hedron Crawler. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
What a helper.
That is its job. It helps. It lets us play Kalitas on, turn 3.
He can even jump for us. What a guy.
Or give us Death Touch.
Yeah.
How many Dwar Isle Avengers do we want? All of them? I feel like that's a card I'm completely fine having.
Well, in the pack we have Avenger 3, Kozilek, Shrieker, Umara, and Tangler.
Yeah.
Probably in that order, so let's take the Avenger.
Yeah.
Let's avenge. Summon the Avengers.
Again, this is a card that does well as well. Like, again, unlike the spells, like, worst case, a 3/2 for 3. And then, like, if you have the activation, all of a sudden it's like a 4/2 that has to be double blocked. But I'd kind of just rather have the ability to fly over my opponent's head.
Yeah, all of their blockers are tapped down, and we attack for 3.
Yeah. This is a point where I could take another Crumbling Vestige or card like Gravity Negator or a Slip Through Space again. I think another Vestige won't hurt because we do have reasons to want the color off of it.
Yeah, I think Vestige is a great pickup.
Also noticing that our black is still very light, but I'm completely fine with that. Our black is some good cards. Every black card we have, I'm pretty happy with. Slaughter Drone gets to attack a lot more often than...
Wait, I'm sorry. Exile target land creature?
Yeah, or...
That looks like a Robo Rosewater card.
Sort of is. Oh, alright, so we have Cultivator Drone, aka that thing that taps for colorless, or some insanely expensive sorcery.
Jeez. Man, 7 mana sorcery.
7 mana. Does a fake Sea God's Revenge impression, though draws cards rather than scrying, so, I've never played with the card, I guess is what I'm thinking.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, I don't really... I kind of want the Cultivator Drone just to bog up the ground. I guess we have more Crumbling Vestiges.
Sure.
Hey, the more of these we
I don't
have...
see the downside, like... taps for one when you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's not friendly with instants, but aside from that, sure.
At the moment, we have one of those, so we're looking pretty good.
And
Um,
someone is going to be playing Mono Crystal and have all these warping whales. And be
yeah,
like, oh man.
that's fine. The only creature that can hit in our deck is Umara Entangler, so that's nice. Zulaport, Chain Mage, or is Corpse Churn pickable?
Mill 3, then Raise Dead.
Yeah, basically as a way to like buy back Kalitas. I don't
Yeah.
think we're getting allies for this.
Ooh, how about buyback Reflector Mage and then not be able to cast him?
Perfect. How many allies do we have? Umara Entangler, end of line. uh, we got the bad cap skills.
Is that what they call it?
Well, that is what Gnome named it, and I've stuck with that one.
That is excellent. Sideboard negate.
Oh, I guess we get a copy of that anyway.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So hold on. That fake nature's claim, what does that do?
3 mana cost or lower.
Oh, so it can break our
Yes,
kill spell
it can
things.
break our
Okay.
kill spell things. Reflector Mage is not an ally. Reflector Mage is off doing their own thing. Well, there's a duel in the wrong colors, so okay.
Cryptic Cruiser. Yeah, I ghost ride the whip with my Cryptic Cruiser.
Hmm. Realistically, something like Spell Shrivel or Incubator Drone. Even Demon's Grasp. The most expensive sorcery.
Oh, that's a sorcery.
That's a sorcery. Yep. How many? How am I looking? Like, I'm not excited by any of the picks in here.
Right. Like incubator drone, maybe. This is
Maybe.
like two guys guy.
Yeah,
Do we
like
really need to spell shrivel?
the card usually does work pretty well.
In that case, pick it. I think we have a decent creature base and I'm not gonna miss incubator drone.
We'll scatter to the winds.
Jeez. Can we have Deathless Behemoth?
Yeah, we can have Deathless Behemoth. We're gonna completely pass up on our scattering and every other thing, and we can have a real creature. Our creature base does need a little bit more work because we only have 10 at this pick, but our creatures that we do have are pretty cool.
Once again, Anticipate
Anticipate.
joins prowess creatures somehow.
I'm very happy about one of the things that they said they were going to do, and looks like they've committed, is that prowess is evergreen. It's
Yeah, it's just a thing now. Honestly, they wanted to squeeze more keyword abilities onto blue creatures.
yeah, and
So they were sick of just seeing like flying.
I am not familiar with Slack at all. I've not heard of that.
I have heard of it from developer friends
Okay.
who use it for their work.
Okay.
They just use Slack to post emotes at each other, basically.
Oh God. Okay, so we have 2 blue-white rares, or like not rares, but I'm gonna call Royal Spout a rare. So our choices on the 2 cards that I'm willing to pick from this pack are Noyandar, the Awaken whenever you cast an instant sorcery, or Royal Spout, the My Jam. Both of these are my jam. I guess the question is more how many activations of Noyandar are there in here. 3, 4.
Well, sadly, he doesn't care about our little enchantments, but we do have a decent number of spells.
It's about 5. Now is it? I guess.
In a sense, Noyandar is easier to cast.
Yeah. No, no. My gut tells me the Royal Spout. The Royal Spout is they're both a 4/4.
Hmm.
Oh.
Ah, yes, the bones of Moldrifter.
Yeah, you find the bones of Moldrifter under the sea, and it works just fine. It's also far and beyond the best card in here. Also, there's another Forerunner of Slaughter going around.
Fertile Thicket.
Fertile Thicket.
I can't really read that. It's like enters the battlefield, tap for a green, and then this like paragraph in between.
That is a common with 8 lines on it. So that's good. It grabs a land out of your top 5 and puts it on top of your library.
Oh, that's very disappointing.
It does enough work.
I guess, but like all that for tap forest.
Yes, all that for tap forest. Again, more blue.
I mean, Sky Spawner's decent.
Yeah, Hexo's clutch.
Hold on, Culling Drone has a keyword. I don't remember seeing that keyword in Gatewatch.
It's not. There are 0 cards with that keyword.
No ingesters at all.
No ingesters
Like,
and no processors. There's. Let me give you the full list of returning keywords. Devoid. 2 cards with landfall.
There's not even an awaken thing?
There are fake awaken cards. There are 2 fake awaken cards, but none of them have the keyword. There are 2 real landfall cards. But
no converge.
No converge.
And we get crystal mana?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I could pick Incubator Drone here.
Could. Or a Coral Helm Guide.
Yeah.
If we want to make like our Deathless Behemoth unblockable.
Yeah. I could work 2.
It's frequently a problem card. Like you get into board stall situations and then one player is gaining stupidly large amounts of life, no one can attack.
Yeah.
And suddenly your largest dude can attack every turn. Then again, we have a bunch of flyers and one flat unblockable guy.
One thing this Incubator Drone does is it gives us the second Eldrazi spawn token.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
I return! Beware, I live!
Technically possible.
I guess it's also technically possible with one of them and bouncing it with our own bounce spell. Yo, what do you think of Skyline Cascade, actually?
The card works pretty well.
I frequently get crushed by that thing in... What is this game called, actually? And this is somewhat of an embarrassment. Magic Duels.
Duels.
Yeah. The card has definitely crushed me in Duels of the Planeswalkers.
Well, I mean, when you only have 1 pack of ingest cards, it's very hard to give any care about that at all. Also, by the way, like Gruul Elemental, but whatever. I'm all fine with Skyline Cascade. We can have all these come into play tap lands. It's basically yeah. That is slightly later than I think that card should go.
What a rush!
All right, so in 2 picks I got Noyandar back. That'll be nice. Yeah. Can't wait to have Noyandar, and then I can awaken a Royal Spout to awaken 2 lands.
Think you're dreaming, mate.
I think I am, but that's fine.
Brilliant Spectrum. Oh, bad Sift.
Bad Sift.
Will we ever be done seeing you?
It kind of looks like it. They spoil. One of the cards that was seen from the next block was it's draw 3, discard 1, but it costs 5 and untaps 2 lands.
Oh, that's something.
So it technically is just like 3, or if you work at it. By the way, the cruiser's not very good when ingest isn't a mechanic. Just, kind of how that works. Huh. Nobody wants to scatter to the winds.
Do we want to scatter to the winds?
Is that better than anticipate?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We're basically the Awakened Lord. We have like 4 Awakened spells. Let's just keep picking them. I am willing to pick the card that is maybe not the best card in here. Oh, and then I get Spell Shrivel again so that I can actually have infinite counter spells in my deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we'll do it. No, now having all this card draw makes kind of sense. We'll just get like some derpy little creature onto the battlefield. And now I'm frankly really missing whatever that little helper creature was. Hedron Crawler.
Hedron Crawler, yeah. Scatter to the Winds, also known as 6 mana, conspicuously left open. Fair.
And oh, what's that? No. There's a creature that's that. Shoot, it's like 6 mana, flash, 1/1 flying, enters the battlefield, counter a spell, and you get counters on it equal to the
Draining Welk.
Draining Welk? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my favorite little guy. Draining Welk.
Alright, so I'm not playing the Waste. I only actually need to make 3 cuts for this deck to be complete.
Exciting.
So Crumbling Vestige is our only real fixing. And our deck is almost mono blue.
Does the mono blue version of it look better than the... Or like, okay, like Cutting Black?
Cutting Black...
That's...
Yeah, I know. We actually need to add 2 cards for that. It's like Searing Light and like draw 2.
Well, that'd be consistency, and we do have like counter spells, and we can even interact with creatures after they're on the battlefield.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if I like Searing Light if Crumbling Vestige is the fixing.
Huh. Yeah, that's kind of poor. You know, not friendly with instants, as I said before.
Yeah, this card is quite the powerhouse, I am aware. And think that I actually do.
He's so good.
I think Corpse Churn can probably make it out.
Yeah.
Heck, maybe the Slaughter Drones are just the ones that go?
What are we doing on to?
Let's take a look.
If we don't have Slaughter Drones.
I think it's,
Nothing.
Nothing?
Okay.
Actually, nothing.
Pass.
Nothing. 0. Zip, nada. No cards. We need 2 cuts, though, and maybe... Honestly, I think it's probably one of our counter spells, and, like...
Okay, second copy of Spell Shrivel.
Yeah, let's keep the Scatter around, and, like... Roiling Waters. Because we have...
It's kind of like a blue ultimatum. Island Ultimatum.
Ah, yes. If only it should cost more blue and do more things.
Yeah, it needs like a third thing to do. Rule of 3 was strong with the ultimatums.
Yeah, we just need a card out. We have a card that says draw 2 cards and does a thing. It's right here.
Yeah, maybe that's the reason we cut Roiling Waters. We could, like, flip Coastal Discovery out for it when we run into, like, an even more grindy matchup.
Yeah, okay. And then we'll add some lands. It'll probably be a, like, decent number of cards that are a decent number of, like, swamps and islands. Like, because all of our blue is single blue, except for
Yeah,
Scatter.
when are we ever casting a Royal Spout?
To win the game. It's the same as
Oh.
Reflector Mage.
Okay.
I have these cards on the exact same power level.
Oh wait, Royal Spout's also a sorcery. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I was
sorcery.
worried that it was another white instant that we would never be able to cast with our Crumbling Vestiges.
No, it ends up being remove your biggest blocker. Also, a 4/4 has appeared. It is the killer, and
I don't want to be reminded of that game right now. I didn't finish Catherine.
how many swamps do we need? Because we need double black for our legend, and Crumbling Vestige can never get us double black.
Interesting. Sure. That's probably fine.
Oh, that's 41. I really think I need that many swamps to make this actually playable.
Cut the island.
All
We're
right.
single blue all over the
So
place.
we got 8, and then the vestiges for blue.
And I cannot wait to. I forget what the thing is called. Surge. Yeah. Surge out some spells.
We got a lot of. From my experience with Containment Membrane, this card always costs 1. Because you've basically always got some other spell to cast on the turn. No, I do not chase value as highly as you do, Capinar. I will take the Roiling Waters out of my deck because I do not want to pay 7 mana for draw 2 cards. That's not the amount of mana I'm looking to pay. Alright, here we go. Oh, hey! Check it out.
Man, that's kind of awkward because it means we're like maybe sandbagging our land just so we can.
Yeah, well...
I don't want to toss this hand back by any means because
I was going to
we have
say...
like a 2 and a 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, this hand also has a curve. Oh!
Oh, wow, problem solved.
Then I'm going to hold the vestige as long as I can for maybe white?
Yeah. Or even colorless.
Does that mean I want to play it now to get the drone active?
Nah, you don't need Death Touch right
Nah.
away. The Death Touch activation on that guy is what you need late in the game when your opponent has some kind of dumb 10/10 blockable monster.
Yeah. Okay, and see, that's a card I can trade with. Now we get to melt our opponent's mind.
We didn't keep that wastes in. I'm now feeling that.
Well, the vestige taps for the colorless.
Yeah, but not right away.
Right. I guess I could play the vestige right now if I want to get the colorless for next turn.
We're what, playing Kalitas this turn?
Yes, that's a definite, absolutely the plan on the turn. I kind of want the Mind Melter because I don't have anything else to do in my hand. I'm sure that the moment I play the vestige, I draw a white spell.
Yeah,
but...
you'll draw a white spell, but we have other stuff going on, sort of. One more land, and we have a Titan.
Also, I'm doing my favorite thing. I'm doing my absolute favorite thing, lying to my opponent. Because look,
we're a base black deck.
I'm gonna play Swamp next turn. Oh, okay, that definitely is a creature that. Anyway, this is what Mind Melter is made for. When we have nothing else.
I can melt your mind. Oh right, hold up that combat trick that we don't actually have.
Yep.
Loam Larva.
And Mind Melter gets to attack.
He's going directly for the mind.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's new.
Well, there were a lot of blue-green things that we saw.
Yeah.
They might have picked up a whatever the blue-green version of Mind Melter is.
Yep. It gives hexproof, has flash, and is a 2/4.
Yikes.
So, little strong, slightly. It has some text on it, I suppose. Oh. Oh my god, my opponent has given me a beautiful play.
Holy crap. Okay.
I accept.
Cast with Surge. Yeah.
And let's continue to get in with I love that we have literally a Phantom Warrior with also Dimir Guildmage on it. It seems pretty good.
That's cool. And we're also sitting on our Deathless Behemoth.
Mm-hmm. There's the other part of the splash. Okay.
Yeah, that basically makes sense.
I don't think I want to use the Mind Melter. Oh, I
mean, you're sitting on 2 counterspells.
I can awaken one as well.
Yeah.
Also, we're in a what's the word? We have the advantage. In if no moves happen, we win in 5. You know, in turns here. Corpse churn.
I'm willing to let that resolve.
Yeah. Hey, it's that card you talked about, the Void Grafter. So this is the actual text of it. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, that's good.
By the way, it's the card they picked up. So
that's yeah, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
Why aren't they attacking us with the flyer?
I don't know. I would think that it would be an I guess because I would lifelink back 3. By the way, I'm gonna.
Oh, geez, support 2. Yeah, all right.
Also, scatter. Then we get swamp, which can't really attack through Seed Guardian, but you know. Sweep away.
No, I like doing nothing, attacking.
Yeah. I can eat a card from their hand.
We would drop our spells to do that.
Yeah.
And we know one of their cards is the Flash guy.
I think I'm okay with that. Because either I get the Flash guy, and that's really good. And I have a bounce plus a counter spell if things go horribly wrong. Which I don't force.
Alright.
Drop shields.
Let's take the train to Value Town.
Ah, so he got rid of the Void Grafter.
Got rid of the card that we knew he had.
Mm-hmm.
Which he milled himself to find.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no! A Blighted Woodland.
And here's the final card. Oh. Yeah, okay. It's the other dual-colored card. Double Gravedigger on a 4/5.
That's kind of good.
Yeah.
And not something I would really want to bounce.
No, I agree with you. Anyway, he's going to get back some cards. Come on! Come on!
It's like, oh wait, right, no creatures in my grave. Right.
Also, I just blocked that in game 3. Okay, well, I'm just gonna remove one card and spell shrivel the other, because now I have the mana to do that.
Yeah, that's kind of hot.
I guess if he keeps the 2/2, he'll be able to pay for it. Again, I don't mind that much. Yeah, he's going to play Saddleback, so...
Well, because he does not know the contents of our hand. That's probably why he did that. We're probably taking a beating in the meantime.
Well, if he attacks, I get to crack back with Kalitas. And lifelink at least. But
all right, if he just sends Baloth Null Vampire Envoy.
Because he wants to be able to set over. He wants to, +1/+1 in that. Yep, so it is just the Baloth Null.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Huh.
He has one card in hand.
He does. I'm willing to continue eating my opponent's cards.
I can read your mind.
Sure, I ate a card that's a card. Also, I guess it sweep away to bounce a guy, and then we eat it.
Yo, that's rude.
If he has no cards in hand, I might end step do that to the Baloth Null. Or maybe I just should do it to the Vampire Envoy here.
Let's see. Put it on top of his library. I guess we could even trade Kalitas for the Null if we wanted. With the double block, I mean.
Yeah. That's not the worst because I do just have Deathless Behemoth.
Mm. Wait, hold on.
Holding on. I mean,
there's no way he would have made this attack if he didn't have a creature in hand, right?
Likely.
Okay. And his land can gain him life, right?
His double search actually grabs basics.
Oh, okay. What if we just take it, bounce his Seed Guardian
and win?
And win.
He can activate Lumbering Falls and block.
Oh, okay. Never mind. This is fine.
So I'm gonna lose my legend. Yeah, because also this game's hexproof too, so there's no around it.
Man, that's a good card.
And if he has a trick, I just
Right.
But yeah, the good thing
is
we
get a zombie.
Yeah,
yes. I thought we would get a zombie.
Yes, replacement effects. And here's the card that they were holding, of course. Scion Summoner.
It has summoned a Scion, it seems.
I'm gonna bounce and remove this Seed Guardian.
Okay.
I'm casting Recoil.
You will never gain value. A huge amount of our action this game is hinged on Crumbling Vestige.
Yes, a lot of it. Yeah, and we're gonna attack because he can't activate the Lumbering Falls to block us. And I'm fine with, trading on the land or whatever.
Yeah, Aro weakened from long ago, but beats his Grey Ogre, basically.
So he's in top deck and he can't sandbag. Yep. And he's certainly not going to. So he does get, the one lifelink, which prevents me from killing quickly with Mind Melter, but Deathless Behemoth exists. And so we get to play, you know, play biggest man. This'll force some chump blocks.
I was about to ask why he didn't attack with the zombie, but then I remembered that he has Lumbering Falls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Finning!
It's a secret to everybody. This card is invisible to all eyes, including mine at times. I will miss that. Our opponent
Yeah, because they have the other lands that are like tap for one or the other.
Oh.
Wow. That is extremely problematic for us, and I think we need to hope he never draws that again.
Yes, I agree. Luckily, I can strip excess cards. Like if he goes to chump block and then go get a card or whatever, not the end of the world.
But man, like in the abstract, we have a ton of negative enchantments. Okay, so the most that he has is his card in hand, a chump on the Deathless Behemoth, an extra life.
We can't. We should be able to kill him with this.
Yeah, because he can't. He cannot both. Actually, he could. He could both activate Lumbering Falls and Vampiric Rite. But like, what's the card in his hand?
Yeah, we don't know. He also gains 1 life because I tapped his creature.
Right.
Anyway, we do an all-out attack.
Crush.
And he goes and sacrifices his creature to try to dig for anything.
See, now I think he's out of it.
Yeah.
He should have activated Lumbering Falls first. But no, even then,
Yep.
now the island puts it over the top, and that's great.
Okay, so this card is a bit of an issue for us. Also, our opponent's Blue Splash looks pretty nifty with the Clutch Occurrence and the Void Grafter going on. Is there any way we can remove Containment Membrane? Is that something I could, like, take out a copy or two of? Yeah, our opponent has enough things that, like, heck, even Spell Shrivel, too.
I don't know, it's pretty cheap.
I'm definitely okay bringing one of these out, for certain, for, like, our opponent did have enough things that negate hits, but Spell Shrivel's also cool. The Tusks is never going to be relevant. The card doesn't do anything.
Wait, could that make a land huge?
It could. It gives it base.
So our weakened land is now also an elephant.
Yes.
Oh, +3/+3.
It's the blue giant growth on
Yeah, blue giant growth on specifically awakened lands and Tobal Field Deep.
Also, it makes the land unable to tap for mana. Loses all abilities. Oh, actually, you know, I'm going to put the Spell Shrivel in instead. Maybe 2 Containment Membranes and bring it on Negate. Okay, well, basically, we want to be, you know, keep our opponent from play really good cards, and wow, we have all 3
Lands
colors.
plus negate.
We have all of our colors, double
that's-
black, and
That's exciting. You know, if we had like Mirror Dude in that hand, I would have liked it.
I'm gonna keep this based on like a drop and also the scry. Oh man, God, that
It
is
is
nice.
tempting. We're on the draw.
I'm willing to accept trying it. This could go.
Like that guy trashed our opponent last game.
Yeah, that was the secret to our success last game. It was literally every point of damage we dealt, except for like the last turn. Alright. Okay.
Outstanding.
Might be casting Coastal Discovery as a sorcery speed inspiration. It's entirely possible that's something I'll be doing. I am going to block this.
Yeah, I mean, our opponent doesn't mind because he has a bunch of graveyard recursion.
Yeah, he had a Pulse of Marasa and a Corpse Churn.
Probably a Grey Ogre here.
Maybe... yeah, okay, a good Grey Ogre. I guess we'll follow that up with our own good Grey Ogre.
Hello! I'm Phantom Warrior. Let's wage some Phantom War.
This card's really good.
But for real, we need our crystal.
Yeah, we need to find one. Not only to, like, Royal Spout, but to... that's not worth it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nice try, pal.
Vampire Envoy. And missed a land drop. Oh.
Cancel, eh?
Cancel versus Sorcery... Wow, I am... Awaken cards on the front sure are bad.
Well, you've already played your land for the turn.
So maybe leave
So we
up the
can't,
scatter.
like, draw. Yeah, like, we can't draw into the land. I guess we take a beating back. It gains 1 life back, even.
Yeah. I'm aware. My hope is that he goes for, like, sack the Eldrazi Scion to go with the Saddleback. Sorry, I don't like that.
I don't think we can beat that card.
Oh, jeez.
What the hell is that?
That is a 1/1 that gets +1/+1 counter whenever a creature you control dies.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black-green Scions.
Hey! Skylane Cascade to keep the Vampire Envoy tapped, and we get to just... I think I just cast Coastal Discovery.
Sounds good to me.
It's
Next
fine.
turn, largest man.
Yeah.
What have we discovered?
Here we go.
What this deck is missing is Doomblade.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm almost thinking I want to leave the Mind Melter back.
I think we definitely want to leave him back.
This is the point where we need to start stabilizing, which we'll get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Our opponent's like low on mana, so I'll say if he attacks with the Rot Shamble, I will block it. Okay. Oh. Lumbering Falls and Sears. Okay, so ramping.
Ramping and fixing his draws, too.
Well.
Yeah, make the biggest man.
Biggest man. And hell. I'm willing.
You won't have a removal spell for our big guy.
Sure hope not. Clutch, tap it, or something like that. That'd be the world's... Like, he sacks that Eldrazi Scion and awakens his forest to do that thing that I just said. Looking a lot like that thing I just said. Yep.
Yeah. Man.
Uh-huh. I can Incubator Drone plus Dwara Avenger, though.
We can even block the Envoy if we do that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, this gives us even board. I mean, we're at 4, but you know. Even-ish board. I also have 1 activation of the Mind Melter. One of our 5 white sources would be an incredibly good draw, because I could bounce their forest. Oh boy.
That's a spell?
Yes, that's a spell in this format. That was kind of the one I thought they were going to do, the Deathless Behemoth, but that's a spell.
Jeez.
So your 5 mana, like, shitty removal just looks like this in this format. So, yeah. Yeah, he's just attacking for 1 flying because the rest doesn't function. I think it's just that, right?
Probably. Like if we had white mana, we might have something more exciting to do. But as it stands, I think 5 flying sea snid.
Look, we need to block that flyer on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
So
No.
Yeah.
It's the right play.
Yeah, the hope is we do find the white mana soon. Also, like, you know, the moment I have a the Deathless Behemoth is going to get to come down sooner or later again. Okay, so they can activate Lumbering Falls and add another attacker to their field. If I were them, I would heavily consider that play. This is looking a lot like heavy consideration of the play. You know. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's basically free. Even in the world where we have some trick to make that a bad attack, it's still like, okay. Oh
man. All right. Come on.
Crumbling Vestige would be the best land in the dang world.
And then he's
There
gonna,
are 3
like,
of them in the deck.
Pulse of Marasa. Oh no, he's gonna scry.
He's gonna scry.
Okay. I guess, yeah, he would want to draw real.
We're getting crushed by someone who has 5 lands.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And
all right, another creature appears to join the fray. He put a card on top with the Seer's Lantern too, which is, you know, a really good sign about what our opponent drew. Oh no. Uh-oh. What do you mean, go around me?
Vigilance.
Vigilance. Sweet. So that takes lethal damage off of my opponent's board? Like, all they had to do was turn their team sideways and they won, so that kill means that they don't immediately win?
Yeah. And yeah, you're holding cards and open mana.
Right.
So I'm not willing to call it just a
Right.
whiff.
Right. And here comes something huge.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no!
I think we're about to be broken.
I think our armies are about to be broken. Well, if we draw white, we answer it. So this is draw white. This is what it is.
Right. If it's Crumbling Vestige, what do you do? It's not Crumbling Vestige.
But that's
although
not game.
Although that draws a card.
Right. I want Deathless Behemoth to be unblockable here. Okay. Oh no!
Yeah, we're broken. Pack it in.
Yeah, that's the end here.
All creatures able to block breaker armies do so. We pack it in.
Pack it in. Lure.
Yeah.
Okay, lure. God, that was so... Again, both of these cards would have just done it because if I can Reflector Mage it, I could have used my one activation of Mind Melter on it.
Mm.
And then if I can Royal Spout it, that also gives us just time. Also, I really want to get this card into play against my opponent when they have all the Eldrazi spawn in the world. Like, this card beats them, right? They actually, they none of their triggers work.
Whenever a non-creature would die?
Oh, no, sorry, non-token. Yeah, so never mind. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot that that's non-token. But for the Rot
That's
Shambler
probably
fails.
for that reason.
The Rot
But
Shambler
yeah.
fails on a lot of the creatures is my big thing. I didn't realize that was non-token. I'm sure I'm going to get told that by 3 different people in about 10 seconds.
That's fine. So, what did they cast that negate beats? That
Not a
we're
lot.
worried about?
Not that.
Yeah,
a lot.
like that one spell really to like
Yeah.
turn their creatures into cards.
I'm just gonna. All right. Would you like to play first? Yes. Sweet. Slip through space with the Dwar Isle Avenger around.
How's it going?
Doing pretty good.
Okay.
Love you.
What did you...
Okay. Slip through space drawer.
Slip through space. All right, fine. You know what? There's no negate in the world to stop that.
And I think I know how we're losing this game. But hey, oh man.
Yeah, I know.
There's even our non-functional removal spell now. Just to rub it in.
And there's a 1/3 to block. This puts a land on top of your library. I can't even, like, threaten Death Touch. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to be doing Dwar Isle Avenger. Ooh. Let's just play flyers. How about that's how we win this game?
Yeah, how about ignore your stupid card advantage gimmick and
Yeah,
rush.
you do all your dumb gimmick thing, and I'm just gonna play Dwar Isle Avenger a billion times, okay? I see.
Do you think that's a sideboard for us?
I think that's a main deck easily, because that's like maybe the best green common in the set.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna play an incubator drone.
Wow, how did we end up with 2 of those?
Something tabled.
Yeah.
Yep, we certainly are calling each other's bluff. Because I'm not going to Death Touch. Because you could just sack it. Okay. That's a lot of cards.
Oh boy.
I might just need to attack and let one of my Dwaril Avengers die.
That's just so we have any clock ever.
Yeah. I realize that our opponent's deck has a bunch of recursion, and they can probably just recast that card 3 times. Hell no. Cut that shit out.
Lead by example. Who named these cards?
Gideon Jura.
I will lead by example.
Anyway.
One of many off-model Gideons, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see how many. Okay. So I have Containment Membrane as the fakest piece of removal. Oh boy. And I'm okay with that, because at least if they like see a creature that I need to answer, I can answer it.
Yeah, when it's tapped.
Yeah, and of course he's gonna, you know... When you have an engine, you usually tend to rev it up and start using it. How the engine do, I suppose. That's a card I want in play.
Continue the beats.
Mm-hmm. I'm willing to offer like a trade. Yeah.
If we sacrifice the Scion, we don't have Deathless next turn.
We'll draw the land.
Okay, we'll draw the land.
Because if I get him to just sack his 2 guys here, which he did, that's 2 guys that didn't get Vampiric righted.
Sound like they got Vampiric wronged.
Nope, Corpse Churn. Alright, so he's picking up the Netcaster Spider exactly as I expected. So... sooner or later he'll figure out that he wants to tap the black. There we go. So the big trick here is that our opponent has mana for Lumbering Falls. Sure.
I guess that's the land. Well, okay.
I accept. I play the biggest creature on campus. And no attacks make any sense, so we're not going to make them. And then he's going to scry, as the Lantern do. Card on top, so he wants it. Something big? Bailoff Null or something? Oh boy.
Hey! That's decently big.
Yeah, it also has 3 creatures, which means it's 3 cards. Ooh. I can awaken that. Anyway, attacking doesn't make any sense because the birthing hole can regenerate, but doing this does. So let's awaken an island. Let's get ourselves... Oh, there we go! Mind Melter detected.
The reverse engine.
Mm-hmm. If our opponent is just going to rev the engine, we're just going to rev the reverse engine. I will rev this reverse engine for all time. Alright, what's their final card in hand? Awakened Clutch of Currents to bounce my Deathless Behemoth, because that's basically what it always is. Yeah, I agree. Oh, no, it's the Own Your Awakened card by bouncing your... Alright. Okay. Well, Mind Melter's a clock. And really, that's all I care about.
We're the beatdown. Let's ride.
So he's going to draw probably a card off of a Scion. We can get rid of their Behemoth, yes. We can sweep away it, plus Mind Melter it. Okay, deck thinning. Seed Guardian. Yeah, I get it. Flying sucks. I understand the message that is being sent my direction. And they're gonna do their deck thinning. Surprised that wasn't two swamps. Okay. I mean, really, I'm fine with this being a stalemate because we have the card that is a breaker for it. Ooh, Reflector Mage.
Yeah. I mean, ours is gradual, where theirs is huge and immediate.
Right. Like, we'll have to use our... Like, they have a continued engine that gives them not only card selection off of the Seer's Lantern, but card advantage and life. So yeah, they have a lot of advantages on us. That's kind of how this works, I suppose. Sooner or later, we will prevail. Within 5 minutes, we will prevail. I think this is basically only functioning off of the back of Deathless Behemoth.
The large man.
Like, if we didn't have the largest creature in play, we wouldn't be winning. And luckily, Oblivion Strike is in our opponent's grave. Oh boy, or an Invoker. Rush of Ice. Tap down that Invoker, perhaps? Yeah, let's do that. You know, we do have a secondary condition. Our opponent has 12 cards in deck, right?
I somehow doubt they're gonna mill themselves.
Same here. I assume they're going to just at some point try to go for an Alpha Strike at me, which is why I need to continue building my board.
This is all very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Where is the breaker?
This is game 3. Yeah, like, what's his stall breaker? That's what I'm scared
I
of.
mean, the breaker of armies.
It's my card?
Huh.
I just sweep it away?
Is that permanent?
Yeah, it's permanent.
Yeah.
Give me that back. I'm willing to drop my trick for this. Because that's how I'm winning the game. That's not how you're winning the game. That's how I'm winning the game. Also, that card's pretty good. Yes, they have scions for days. I understand. This is nerve-wracking. There's so much nothing happening.
Menacing. The menace is real.
How many more big busters do you have? Oh, that one.
He's at liberty to draw into basically all of them.
Right. The one that we lose the game to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I've got an answer for you, buddy.
Oh, no.
White mana! And here it comes! Sound the get out alarm. Yeah, that's right. You sack that creature and draw a card. Then I'm going to remove a card from your hand.
Outstanding. Faith rewarded.
We'll get there. Problem is he has one more piece of recursion in his deck. Oh, like that one too. You know. That actually doesn't do anything.
Because what, he's stuck with this gigantic thing in his hand, which we then, what, eat?
Yeah, I'm going to eat it. It's in his hand. I have 2 colorless. Like, I'm going to eat it. Unless he, like... I guess he's going to do activations of his thing to keep me from... Oh, God, I need another white source. Alright.
Well, the vestige has crumbled. So I'm afraid it's not good for that anymore.
Well, let's eat cards out of our opponent's hand anyway.
Yeah, make some lemonade out of this.
I assume you'll be drawing a card in response to this so that you get to keep your Breaker of Armies. Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
got killing him.
Uh-huh. Spatial contortion. And here comes the breaker again.
Huh.
I think this is the right call, right? Like God sorted out?
Yeah. I mean, those guys are just gonna get army broken anyway.
Yeah, so it's Kalitas and every creature that it makes. All right, let's let God sort it out.
Somehow force our opponent to draw 5 cards.
Yeah, somehow don't see that happening. I'm not attacking the timer here. I'm trying to get them to lose creatures they control, which is very hard because their creatures are incredibly beefy. I'm going to melt his hand after this, yes. Wow, my attack is bad. Oh my god. He doesn't even need the breaker to break me here. So it's my army
that's
that is
regeneration on the.
Yeah, it's regeneration. Okay. So it's me, it's my army that is broken. And we're gonna cast with Surge. I didn't even remember to Mind Melter because this game is over here anyway. Yeah, because he's going to go ahead and Oran Reef. He's not going to be playing those cards from his hand, trust me. He's just going to be pumping his creature. Surprised he didn't go all in, seeing as that would be lethal damage. I guess he has the Breaker of Armies. Like, I couldn't kill the Breaker back, so it didn't matter.
And this is. As soon as you said the game was over, Skype decided you were correct.
Well, it is.
Sorry.
This game is indeed over. Because I cannot win from this position. Yeah.
Well, he drew his entire deck, and he beat us with it.
I mean, we knew when that card resolved on turn 1 what was going to happen, right?
Yep.
Oh well.
That's harsh.
It was. Well, that was silly.
It's a silly place. Zendikar.
I liked our deck a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I basically like any deck that has a Reflector Mage in it, no matter what. And we got to reflect.
Let's reflect upon our loss.
Yes. But yeah, no, I'm not doing anything else tonight. No, I don't think. What time is it? I think it's
It's a
actually
little
quite
late for me.
yeah, we got
kind of a late start. I think mostly at my behest. Had to
that's all right. We got one in.
book some stuff. That's pretty good.
So anyway,
Exciting.
it was. We saw a black-green deck do the entire engine and show us literally every card in their deck, which is definitely exciting. So, but yeah, that's the end. So thank you, thanks Kaz for joining, for finding the time for things.
It's my pleasure.
And thank you everybody in the zoo for joining. Hope you all enjoyed the Oath of the Gatewatch draft. Good night.
Oath of the Gatewatch Block draft.
Oath of the Gatewatch Block draft.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.